morning, and thanks for joining us on the program Issues of the Moment on MBS TV. My name is Gospower Ede, your regular host on the show. And the program is a platform where we discuss current burning issues and topical issues as well. And as you are aware, we are in the season of politics, and we're going to be having a very, very robust conversation about the current political development in Nasarawa State and across the country. And so I will not be doing this thing alone. Today I have some guests in the studio who will be assisting in this conversation. First on the list is Honorable Cletus Oga. He is the chairman Zenith Labour Party in Nasarawa State, who also doubles as chairman Inter-Party Advisory Council, also in Nasarawa State. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And also to join us in this conversation is Honorable Barrister Joseph Ebel Onuminya. He is a legal practitioner and also a politician. He is live in the studio. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Gaspar.
All right, with this, I think we are good to go. And like I said, we'll be having robust conversation on the political development. First, we'll begin with the process of selection of candidates by political parties, otherwise known as primaries. As you are aware, primaries have been ongoing by all the political parties, the ruling All Progressives Congress, the PDP, that is the opposition PDP, and the Zenith Labour Party, the NNPP, and other political parties that are registered by INEC who that are in Nasarawa State. They've been, carry out their primary elections at different levels, at different times, and, the process is ongoing. House of Assembly primaries, House of Rep primaries, Senate, the governorship. Some have concluded, some are still in the process. So we're going to be looking at the scenario that greeted the process across Nasarawa State and other things that are taking place ahead of the 2023 general election. These are the issues we'll be considering in this conversation and many others. And so I'd like to start with the chairman Zenith Labour Party concerning the process that has just started. You are witness to all that has happened. You saw the People's Democratic Party, the opposition People's Democratic Party, they carried out their own process, party primaries. It went on seamlessly. The ruling All Progressive Congress started their own with the governorship. It went on, and the House of Assembly also concluded last night, though there are pockets of complaints in some places, and House of Rep possibly today, and the Senate and the rest of them, and also other political parties. So how can you assess the development so far? What is your opinion about what is happening politically in Nasarawa State?
Okay. Yeah, good morning, viewers. I want to appreciate God for giving us an opportunity to witness today the process of this election, at least has turned to a reality now. They were looking at it as if maybe the days were still far. But so far so good. The process is still on. I can't give a maybe 80% a pass assessment on the process because it has just started. So far so good. I am happy with the level of the process because no life was recorded, being maybe no loss of life. That shows that we are now real educated in how to handle crisis when it comes to politics.
Okay.
Yeah, the primaries in which have turned to be a family issue for now, but so far so good. Virtually all the political parties that have started their primaries have shown the level of maturity.
All right.
By ensuring been following the rules and regulations of the Electoral Act.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. Thank you so much. I would like to also get the view of Honorable Barrister Joseph Onuminya Ebel concerning what is your assessment of the process so far? You were a participant
Yes,
in the process. Yes. You participated in the primary elections for Doma South constituency, seeking to represent the people at the State Assembly. And your process just ended. And with other processes that you have witnessed so far, what is your honest assessment of the process?
Yes, viewers, good morning. I want to let you know that we are here to tell Nigerians the truth. The truth is that by His grace, our democracy is developing.
Okay.
Just as my friend here just said, that all the process was free of rancor. Yes, that is development. I say, because I can say this is one of the best process of selection of candidates so far. Nigerians have understood that there is no need for us to take the process as if it's a do or die offense.
All right.
Yes, particularly in my own political party, the APC, which I subscribe to as an aspirant. Though today can say I am lucky that I found myself in that political party, and I was happy even after the primaries, though I didn't win, but I was still happy because the process was very transparent, free and fair to everyone that subscribed to the election. So, Gospel, I want to let us know today that if Nigerians will continue like this, with the belief that power comes from God, it's God that gives power, then, of course, there will be no need for us to go into tussles, unnecessary tussles. I think that has been the reasons why there are violence so far, so much in past days where people go into elections with bloodshed and all of that. But today, we are developing. And by His grace, I always tell people that the problem of Nigerians have never been the process, but it has been Nigerians themselves.
Okay.
Yes, because people before now are feeling maybe everything that comes to them or that God have not destined them to be, they must have take it by force. They must have to take it by force. And that has been the reasons why whichever process that is employed by any political party, we find it difficult to get good results. But now that people have started to understand that, yes, it mustn't be a do or die affair. It mustn't be that I must be the one to go there. And that has stepped down the rate of violence during election. In fact, to God be the glory, we are grateful that the process have been so far good. And Nigerians should keep it up. Thank you, Pastor.
All right. You say the process has been transparent and have been smooth.
Yes.
But prior to yesterday, when you conducted your primaries, the primaries was actually meant to be a day before yesterday.
Yes.
But it has to be shifted to yesterday because of certain complaints. We understand that the party protested certain lists that were flying, which was alleged to be manipulated by some, key figures in the party. That same process, based on the information available, was meant to a kind of rig some people out of the election. A lot of candidates withdrew their participation, aspirants withdrew their participation because they alleged that they couldn't access delegates. And so many other things that had happened before yesterday primaries. How will you describe that one as stay smooth and
thank you.
process?
Gospel, you see, the truth is that there is a law regulating primaries. The Electoral Act is there. Before now, APC have published the names of delegates to all the aspirants. Before the day of the election, the list of delegates have been submitted to INEC. Every individual and the party have the right, had the privilege to get the list of delegates. How to access it is not the party's business. Yes, you have to go for them. You have to go to do, yeah, we are giving the free hands, the free level playground. Go and access the delegates.
Sorry, they said that list. The list that was given to INEC was not the list that was to be used day before yesterday. Except for yesterday that maybe there was a reversal. So what happened in the process?
That is to say, there was a reversal. The list with the others was what they used, right?
As at yesterday.
As at yesterday.
But not the day before yesterday, the original day.
Personally, as a lawyer, when people, that was just a rumor that there are other lists that came. Personally, as a lawyer, I relied on the list that is with the INEC.
Okay.
Yes. If the party would have gone into conducting an election with a different list, the party cannot do that, of course.
You participated in the election.
Yes.
And based on the information we got, were you able to contact or access any delegate before that election?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay.
I do. I do. Yes. I had the opportunity. I met with few of them.
All right.
I was able to talk to them, but though they had a better choice.
All right.
I have not been picking. I have hopeful that one day.
So you are very comfortable with the outcome of them. It's all right. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, Honorable Cletus, you heard our conversation, and you may not belong to the APC, but of course you are a Nigerian and you are a citizen of this country. So you, anything that happens around us should bother us. One of the greatest challenge we encounter in the course of this election is the issue of vote buying. You know, people were pricing human beings like commodities.
Yeah.
Understand? Huge sums of money were bandied around as delegates. Delegate became very, very essential commodity. Millions of naira, dollars were flying. As a party man, chairman of a political party, what is the culture of your party towards such development? What is your view concerning vote buying?
Yeah, so far so good. Being a chairman of the Interparty Advisory Council, if there is anything that bothers us much is issue of vote buying. It's something that needs to be discouraged. We can't have a perfect or good representation by getting group of some desperate people. Maybe desperate in the sense that, you know, delegates now, we learn that they go in bargaining with aspirants, which is very, very wrong. You understand? Even though, just like my brothers mentioned earlier, you know, before maybe a composition of having a Congress, you know, a composition of delegates that will participate in the primaries. You know, you go into maybe having a Congress to select them. But notwithstanding, issue of a vote buying is something that needs to be discouraged. If we didn't discourage it now, it will affect the next secondary election. Because that shows that anybody can have his way. You understand? I don't know of other political party, but in my party, we stood firmly in ensuring that, for the fact that, like in Nasarawa State, we are among the three strong political parties. And by assessing the Zelo party, we don't have money. We are operating with, maybe just by feet. And I'm assuring you, with what so far we've prayed over to see how we'll take over the states. I'm assuring you, between now until the next, maybe by next year, 2023, you will see how a single party will float votes, irrespective of being whether maybe we buy vote or not. We don't have money to even buy vote. But I'm assuring you, people our followers seriously believe in us. So, just like my brother mentioned earlier, you know, for now, I can't speak for another party.
Exactly.
And I want to believe there is a composition of electoral committee that if you are not satisfied, you table your complaints. Than going in, distracting the whole process. So, which is very, very okay.
All right.
You understand? That is where, like him, he was, he contested and lost. But maybe, I wouldn't know whether maybe he has filed his complaint somewhere. But for the fact that he is satisfied with the process, at least I appreciate him for at least taking that steps. You understand? And that is what we expect everybody. It is when you do or die affair. Exactly. And besides that, it's a family issue. So, but for the issue of vote buying, I'm assuring you, time will come that people will be arrested. At the end of it, by the time you are giving some little, to me, is a peanut. It is a peanut, and at the end of it, it turns back to affect you, because you are at least you use your money, you were bought to bring somebody that may be a bad presentation, and tomorrow you'll be complaining. So it's all turning around us. So it's something that we must discourage it. Exactly. Yes.
All right, Honorable Barrister, as a lawyer, what should be the implication of such practice in our electoral system? You know, this is a process of leadership. We are in a leadership recruitment process where maybe bad products, present themselves, induce people with money, and emerge as candidates. So, as a lawyer, how do you view the implication? What is the implication of vote buying?
Thank you. Before I go into telling us the implication of vote buying, I want to let you know that before the conduct of our primaries, the APC in my local government as a party called all the aspirants together.
All right. And
this is one of the issues that we were told of. Vote buying, of course, is a crime. It's criminal. It's criminal. And we were advised not to indulge into such. And I will tell you clearly that most of those that withdrew from the race was because they don't have the opportunity to buy vote.
Okay.
Yes. Because a lot of them came with a lot of money to assess the delegates and give them money to vote them, no matter their character, no matter whether they are good or not. For the masses. But by His grace, the party was able to regulate that to the barest minimum. But of course, I cannot say totally that nobody have given money to get what he wants. But I can say that if you look at the process yourself, you people in the media, of course, you were all there to see how the election went. By His grace, the issue of vote buying have reduced, especially in APC. Okay. Yes, that's reduced to the barest minimum. And we hope that in due course it will be eradicated.
All right.
Yes, because with the corps of politicians coming up in the party today, you discover that people have been sensitized. People are now aware that you take this money for a few days and you live in penury for 4 years. And that, we have been doing that. Personally, even when I had access to the electorate, I told them, I'm not coming to give you money.
Rather?
To the delegates, thank you. I'm not coming to give you money to vote me, but I'm only coming to tell you what I have to do for you when I get there. And I told them, well, because this is my first attempt, some of them don't even know me as such. So they decided to go for those that they feel, the person they feel is good. And I want to congratulate let me use that medium to congratulate my brother, Honorable John Nasarawa, who won the election yesterday.
Okay.
Yes, the implication is simple. The problem is that Nigerians today, we have good laws, but we don't implement them.
All right.
I believe in the Electoral Act, yes, there are provisions against electoral malpractice.
Okay.
Yes, vote buying is an electoral malpractice. Yes, you are not supposed to buy votes. You are only supposed to interface with the delegate or the electorate and then sell out your manifesto to them and not to buy vote. It's an electoral malpractice. Just as my brother said here, that one day people will be arrested and convicted. But the problem is, when you arrest today, you hardly get conviction. Sometimes you cannot even arrest some. As if some persons in this country are above the law. So until Nigerians will sit up to know that everybody are equal before the law of the land, then we will not get things straight. Because probably if people like us who are not desperate politicians will be given the opportunity to go and serve the people, we will ensure that, yes, of course, the system will get better. That is just it.
All right.
So today, I will tell you that I have lost the election to my party, to my brother in the party. I'm still happy because the party is going stronger.
Okay.
Because the system, the process of which, before now we were told, people were saying the House members have hijacked the process and they have killed to themselves. But I will tell you today, most of them have lost the election, I swear. Most of them lost the election. So who now will now say they hijacked the process? If I hijack a process, it will be for me, isn't it? But there's nothing like that.
All right.
So I think with time, the implication is that they will have to be arrested in due course, prosecuted. And when 1 or 2 persons are convicted, of course, people will always take measures not to indulge in that. Thank you.
It's all right. Thank you so much. One issue that I would like us to look at briefly before we proceed is the process. How do you come about arriving at who becomes a delegate in a political party? Let me start from Chairman Zenith Labour Party. Who is a delegate? How do one become a delegate? Okay. Because I came across many people within this period that money is flying. They see all manner of money around, for delegates. Some people say, in fact, people come to ask me, how do they become a delegate? They want to be delegate. I also read on social media where a young man went to greet his in-law. He's asking a lady hand in marriage. And the father asked him, what is your job? He said he's a delegate. So delegate has become so, an influential, very lucrative job. So how do one become a delegate in your political party?
Okay, no, so far so good. Just like, every political party has its own constitution. The constitution of the Zenith Labour Party and that of APC or PDP are not be the same when it comes to the composition of the delegates.
All right.
You understand? From my own party, we abide strictly by the constitution on how to select our delegates.
All right.
Number one, we go in for congresses.
Okay.
Congresses were conducted. That is when you get your qualification.
Okay.
To even be a member of a delegate.
All right.
Go to congresses. For that is where our selections were being made.
All right.
Yeah, with the acceptance of our party members.
Okay.
First, that is the first step. And being based on the composition, it has to tally with the electoral law.
Okay.
We are guided by maybe like some parties were asked maybe to select the numbers of delegates maybe varies at times because the composition seems not to be the same.
Exactly.
Yeah. For the fact that you're a party member, or you are not called, maybe you can't be an automatic delegate. Yes, you have to pass through a process.
Okay.
So everybody pass through a process to ensure of getting a real delegate for each election.
Okay.
You understand? For each election. And like my own party, by even besides the composition of our delegates, we have electoral appeal committee.
Okay.
Appeal committee, and including electoral committee that is make a composition of being officials.
Okay.
That witness and conduct our elections.
All right.
And we did that even with the presence of the INEC.
Okay.
INEC officials to observe the process of how we select. We did our congresses down to our primaries. So what we did is within the law cycle.
All right.
Yeah. So that is it. And just like so far so good, there's something before I forget. Zenith Labour Party in Nasarawa State has really given youth opportunity to participate in politics. You understand, strictly because it is since when we were able to win a seat of state assembly in Dome or not, that's really give youth opportunity to at least to know that they are equal to the task too. That is why if you look at the primaries that is ongoing now, youth has really engaged in the participation of the aspiring for one position or the other.
Okay.
So that is it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Barrister?
Yes.
To become a delegate in APC and possibly, what does the law say about that?
Good. First of all, what is a delegate? A delegate is one who is sent to represent others.
Okay.
You are delegated, you are given a power to do a thing for others. You are now a delegate. Now, in APC, every delegate are card-carrying members of the party that are elected by the Congress to represent them at the primary election.
Okay.
So if you are following up from 14th to 17th of May, there was this publication by APC for the election of delegates.
Okay. But was the event held?
Yes, it was held.
Took place?
Yes, yes. I don't know. You see, you may not know.
But I didn't come across it in any media at all where such an event took place. I mean the selection of delegates.
Yes, in the respective ward, of course.
Okay.
Yes, we won't bring it to MBS and conduct our elections for delegates. We will conduct that conducted even just as the Labour Party. When they conducted theirs, we were not there. Were you? Did you? No, I mean, Gospel. Were you there? So
of course
every party have the right to conduct elections for their delegate at their respective wards.
Okay.
And once the list is out, party members accept it.
All right.
So good. So that is the process, just as he explained. So the same process they use in bringing out delegates, the same process other political parties does. So for the fact that APC was able to publish to the whole world that our Congress for delegates is so they should know that we are more transparent, isn't it? Yes, no any other political party have done that. Other political parties will just say that these are delegates, but we were able to publish that we are conducting election for delegates. Okay. That was done. So now, when we are talking, my friend just talked about youth participation. I can see that it's a borrowed, or maybe it is just by chance, because when you talk of youth participation in politics or giving the chances in governance, I can say APC is number one. Because if you look at the government of the day, Nasarawa State, for instance, the ever youngest commissioner so far in the whole of the country is from Nasarawa State, and it's in APC. My colleague, Barrister Natu, right?
Yes.
Yes, she's the youngest who have ever been a commissioner. So, and if you go to the House of Assembly, when Daniel Ogazi became a member in his first term, it was, I wouldn't say a child, but at least a younger youth. You see, so, Gospel, APC, by the grace of God, is a party that have ever been so transparent in everything it's doing. And looking at bringing the youth and even the women. The present state executive council, you can count not less than 3 women there.
As a commissioner?
As commissioners.
Yeah.
We're not talking about special advisors, senior special assistants, just like that. And our constitution of the party has made it that in every delegation, women must be represented.
Okay.
Yes. These delegates we talk about now, which are 5 from each ward, women are 2.
Wow.
Physically challenged persons, they're brought in.
Okay.
So what are we talking about? So the eyes of the party has gone so far and wide to know what is affecting the people and how to bring the people together.
Okay.
And today, as I'm talking to you, the party is doing well by His grace.
All right.
Thank you, Gospel.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, listener, in case you're just joining us, the program is Issues of the Moment on MBS TV. And I've been having a conversation with Honorable Cletus Oga, the chairman, Zenith Labour Party in Nasarawa State, and Honorable Barrister Joseph Abel Onumenya. He is a lawyer and a politician. we'll be taking a short break, after which we'll come back with our discussion. We'll be back.
Dear esteemed viewer, you can't afford to miss your weekly most cherished current affairs program, Issues of the Moment, on NBS TV. Issues of the Moment is a 1-hour live discussion and phone-in program that engages government functionaries, technocrats, captains of industries, public commentators, and intellectuals on burning state and national matters of public interest. Join us every Saturday by 10 a.m. with your host, Godspar AD, as we review, analyze, and proffer solutions to the challenges of our society. Issues of the Moment live, engaging, analytical, and revealing.
All right, you're welcome back. Indeed, change begins with you and me. Change begins with delegates. Change begins with politicians. It is a season of change. We are in the process of selecting or recruiting leadership. And so we expect that those who are saddled with the responsibility of selecting and voting new leaders should do the right thing so that Nigeria will be better for it. So we're going to continue with our conversation. And as you are aware, my guest in the studio are Honorable Cletus Oga, Zenith Labour Party Chairman, Nasarawa State, and Honorable Barrister Joseph Abel Onumenya. He is a legal practitioner and a politician. And so we're discussing political development and on the run-up to the 2023 general elections. Before we continue, I would like to give out our telephone numbers so that for those who may wish to be part of this conversation from home, as you're watching, you can also make your contributions. The number to reach us is 081-01-79-3991. 081-01-79-3991. The number will be on your television screen, strictly for your phone call and possibly text message. Then if you want to also send us a message via WhatsApp, you can do that through 070-3039-5583. Those numbers will be displayed on your television screen for you to, make your contributions on this conversation. All right, let's get back to our discussion. Honorable Cletus Oga, one development that we have also seen during the process of this primary election is what some people, call it kidnapping of delegates. Yeah. When you talk about kidnapping, you have someone kidnap you, arrest you, and begin to request for ransom. You have to pay ransom. Your lovers, your people will have to pay ransom before you are released. But in this case, we have kidnappers who kidnap people and also pay them ransom. That is the situation we find ourselves in the build-up to the 2023 general election. So what is your opinion about this?
Yes, I'm happy you bring out this question. First of all, just like what transpired at the APC primaries in most areas, we have reports.
All right, I think we have a caller on the line. Okay, go ahead, sir.
We meant to understand that some people that withdraw from the race, most of them claims the delegates were kidnapped.
All right.
They claim they were kidnapped. Maybe, I don't know whether maybe my brother can attest to that because he withdrew from the race. Maybe he realizes.
No, I don't think, he didn't withdraw, he participated.
He participated.
Okay,
no, sorry, what I'm saying is,
we have a caller on the line. Let's pick this call. Hello? Hello?
Okay, what I want to say is, some people that they participated in the primaries together, some withdraw before the date of the primaries.
Exactly.
So that is to tell you that maybe there is maybe they suspected there was no transparency.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
So what I want to say is maybe they suspected there is no level of transparency in the process.
Yeah.
So that brought about their being withdrawing from the exercise.
All right.
Yes, because there's no how people you engage as your delegates on maybe 2-3 years of election. You've not seen them. So my even married women, married women were being hijacked from
their
from
husbands
their
and
husbands,
family.
from their family. So we all saw this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of what I said.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
My name is Aisha Hassan.
Aisha Hassan, from where?
From MBS.
Oh, from MBS. Is it Tudun Kauri or MBS?
MBS.
All right, okay, let's hear from you. What is it?
Is this from your very stupid?
You are doing from TV, right? All right, Aisha Hassan. Go ahead, Honorable.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, by the time you suspected the process has a killer, what do you do? And if you feel you take the risk, you understand?
Exactly.
Because some even we heard that some delegates for the past 1 week have not even seen their loved ones. They've been moving from hotels to hotels.
Exactly.
You understand? The money used in feeding.
We have a caller on the line. Sorry. Hello. 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 All right. Go ahead.
The money most of the aspirants have in feeding or maybe lodging all those people, and this could be enough for them to at least maybe drill a borehole in their area. You understand? So issue of maybe hijacking delegates also has really, you understand, but for them it's happened mostly at the ruling, maybe among it's happened among the two political parties. You understand? I cannot measure them, but it's about among two political parties. It was so common.
Okay.
Where we realizes that there was high complaint of maybe delegates that were being kidnapped or were being hijacked or names were being changed.
All right.
In my own party, I want to assure you, we maintain sanity and transparency in our process.
All right.
We didn't change, we didn't hijack anybody.
All
Nobody
right.
was declared missing.
All right.
That maybe one of our aspirants got him kidnapped or anything.
All right.
So to tell you that Zena Labour Party is a transparent party with free exercise.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Honorable, I saw some pictures on social media and how delegates were being conveyed to the venue of the election, and they were protected and guided, as in, these are my, I have acquired them. And they were properly guided to the election process, election venue, so that nobody will come and, let's pick this call. I'll get back to that call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is
Salamatu?
Yes,
Sule Salamatu from Lafia. All right, go ahead.
No, I don't want to appreciate the way you guys are doing the program.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much for appreciating us. Have a nice day. All right, so delegates were kidnapped and were found at the venue of the election. So, your opinion?
So, you see, when you use the word kidnap, it baffles me.
All right.
Because kidnapping is an offense. And secondly, I don't think anyone can be kidnapped with his consent. When someone have agreed to go and sleep in my house and enjoy all the goodies I have in my house or in an hotel with me, can that be said to be a kidnap?
But was that the process before?
Sorry, sir.
Before now?
Sorry, sir, I'm coming to what we're talking about. You see, I am not saying that people took people away, took delegates away. I'm not saying that, but I want to let Nigerians understand the meaning of kidnapping.
We have a caller on the
Go
line.
ahead.
I'll get back to that. Hello. Yes, good morning. I'm fine. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Abraham.
Abraham. All right. From where?
I've been interested of
Go ahead and make your point.
So, the issue of kidnapping, I think in the positive that that's how the kidnapping comes from the world now.
Yes.
Because actually kidnapping started from carry away the delegate without, you know, even if he has a conscience, he follow you to your house to buy, to force him to follow you.
Yes.
So it's kidnapping.
All right.
And it's an offense, it's coming.
Okay.
So, and the time got before the day, but the time was saying, when we're talking about the kidnapping is an offense. Actually, it's an offense also in policy.
Okay.
That kidnapping people, even today that I move back before 7, some of them saw them in the hotel.
Okay.
That is not kidnapping.
No, this is kidnapping. Very, very well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abraham, for your contribution. All right, Barrister, go ahead.
Yes, you see, as I was saying, when one have agreed to go with me or with you for merriment before an election,
Okay.
I don't think that could be called kidnap. Yes.
Merriment for how many days?
It depends on how buoyant you are.
Including married women.
So, well, I don't know if married women were equally taken without their husband's consent.
All right.
But personally, what I know about the election is that everyone was given free hand, level playground.
Yeah.
Go and interface with the delegates before the election.
Okay, I will get back to you. Hello? Hello? Hello, are you with us? Okay, please be audible and let's hear your name and where you're calling from. Hello? I think this call is not really... Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so people willingly followed aspirant for luxury before the election, for merriment, and on the day of election were taken to the polling unit to cast their vote.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You mean you don't have the capacity to take people for merriment in your own case?
No.
Because I can't remember, you didn't tell us that you took some people for merriment and brought them on the day of election.
In fact, when I was interfacing, do you know what happened in APC? Let me just bring you this. What happened in APC primaries that most people don't understand. People are taking the ESCOs of the parties as delegates.
Okay.
Everybody was concentrating on the ESCOs.
That was before the Electoral Act controversy.
Beautiful. And before the delegates were elected.
Yes.
To conduct these primaries.
Exactly.
So, even before the election of the delegates, some persons had already taken ESCOs to hotel rooms.
Okay. Let's get this caller. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, sir. I'm Engineer Kana from Sabon Pegi.
Engineer Kana from Sabon Pegi. Okay. You are on to issues of the moment on MBS TV. Go ahead.
My contribution, honestly, I'm baffled with the way most of these politicians are talking.
All right.
You see, it's manifestly dishonest for any political party to say they are not of the same thing. They are doing all the way they are performing is almost all the same thing. Most of the political parties, they are kidnappers. The other person that is talking now, because he did not find himself in the ruling party, they are all fed up. They do the same thing. We're all Nigerians.
All right. Thank you so much. Wow, Engineer Kana said all political parties and politicians are kidnappers.
Yeah,
We'll get back to you. Okay.
So, as I was saying, before now, most of the aspirants are taking some of the ESCOs to hotel rooms, anticipating that those are the persons that will conduct the primaries until the list of the delegates came out. So most of them who are desperate, as at the point that the list of the delegates came out, they discovered that they had already spent their money on the ESCOs. Some of them don't even have money to take others again, and they decided to withdraw.
Wow.
And they withdrew from the election.
They outspent themselves in the process.
Yes.
Wow.
They outspent themselves. So that is the policy, the wisdom of the party to curtail this issue of money politics, throwing money around to get votes.
All right.
So if they had left it that way, the same process, people will believe that is the process. So the delegates that came to vote, most of them do not even have money to give them. Most of the aspirants had no money to give them at last.
Wow.
And they vote from their conscience.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So that is what I believe in the system. And Gospel, it's well.
Oh,
Somebody just said that every political party, politicians are kidnappers. Well, you should know that kidnapping is an offense, just as I said. You should know that. And the fact that someone, well, let him go back and study what kidnapping is all about. You should know. Nobody have complained kidnap.
All right.
Among the delegates. As it stands, there is no kidnapping. Thank you.
It's okay. Can you react to that?
Yes, I can equally.
All of you are.
No, I can. All of us are not kidnappers. I can equally defend myself when it comes to that because of one, in my party, I'm equally a delegate, and I want to assure you, I am not under any kidnap. Okay. I've been moving freely. I've been moving freely to ensure that this exercise starts well and ends well.
It's okay.
Yeah, just like my brother mentioned earlier. But then, most of the people that participated in the APC primaries, we reliably had information that they didn't only withdraw, they defected.
Okay.
They defected to different political parties. That is to tell you that the process was not clear.
All right.
If the process were clear, the delegates were available for them. He mentioned that one should study the definition of a delegate, kidnapped. Fine. You know, you don't kidnap somebody with a free hand, with your bare hands. You kidnap people with arms. Then, where at times get me confused was you see a group of people moving in buses with escorts, with police security men with armed. When you ask, well protected. When you ask, they tell that they're delegates. Left to me, they're under kidnapped. I will believe to that.
So sad.
You understand? Some of us are under kidnapped because of maybe at times you were given maybe a time frame of you are going to come back as you go. So we're even buying clothes at where they were being accommodated, which is wrong. So it's something that's fine. The fellow Nasarawa citizens have the right to say anything because of it is not a good one. We must discourage it. You know, but we must make all this process to be so transparent.
Wow.
The Zenelbo Party in Nasarawa State has really ensured in showing transparency in the all level of this exercise.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't really have time. We would have loved to go on. We have so many issues we would have talked about, but I think we'll carry it forward to another edition of the program. Okay. But finally, let me hear from Barrister Joe. The elections are almost over, the primary elections. We are seeing possibly defections at some point. Most of the people withdrawing are equally relocating to other platforms to seek to contest election in 2023. So finally, your last words in 30 seconds. What is the chances, or what are the chances of APC in 2023, considering the volume of defections that are looming?
Yes, people are defecting from other parties to APC,
okay,
which you know. Before the primaries, you know, APC constitution gives room for everyone. Even
you
if
have limited time to
sorry.
talk. Okay.
Even if you are coming today as a party member, you have equal right with other party members.
All right.
And that has been the reason why since last year you see a lot of defection, and even those that defected yesterday, a day before election, contested.
All right.
And they had the right to do that. So what I'm saying is, the party have prospects.
Okay.
The few ones that have just that felt maybe because I cannot buy delegates, I have no opportunity. Let me go to another. They defect to other parties. They will come back.
All right.
That's good. They will come back because there is no place like home.
All right. Thank you so much. Finally, the chances of your party.
Yeah, the chance of my party. The difference is clear.
Okay.
To tell you that he's talking about defection. I am out of this place now. Once I'm out of this place, I'm going to the Nasarawa
South?
No, West.
Okay.
To receive defections.
Okay.
Because of their calling, begging that they're tired of what they saw in other party. I don't want to mention them. So to tell you that, really, the chances of PDP ruled this country for 16 years. But what happened at the end of it? When people get tired of their manipulations, what happened? they turned back on them. So to tell you, they've given a trial to the present ruling party now. So time will come whether to assess whether we are satisfied or not. But I'm telling you, 2023 will tell. I will say less, but it's all about action.
Action.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My guest in the studio, Honorable Cletus Oga, Zenith Labour Party Chairman, Nasarawa State, and Honorable Barrister Joseph Abel Onuminya, a legal practitioner and politician. We sincerely appreciate you for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right, viewer, that is how far we go on this edition of the program, Issues of the Moment. We sincerely appreciate you for being there, and we'll keep talking until we get it better. Nigeria will be great. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.